Alright, in today's video, I'm gonna do a mock test of IELTS speaking part 1. Hi, my name is Suguru and I have gotten 8.5 in IELTS speaking. Are you ready? Now let's get started. Well, what kind of sports? I would say, well, to be honest, I'm not super interested in sports in general. But one kind of sport that I have been often watching is sumo wrestling, which is a Japanese traditional sport. I like to watch sumo wrestling matches on TV because the rules are very simple. You know, all you have to do is push your opponent out of the circle stage. So that's very simple and is easy to understand. So yeah, I have been watching sumo wrestling with my father. For me, it's definitely watching on TV because I don't play sports myself. Well, I kind of wish I could play some sports because practicing hard and winning the game and sharing the joy of winning or of the victory with my teammates, that would feel like $1 million. But I don't play any sports at the moment, so I don't think so. I mean, there are some types of sports that are that could be dangerous for children. Any sports that involve like violent moves, like kickboxing or wrestling, or maybe rugby. Those sports could be dangerous because children are still physically developing, so they are particularly vulnerable to kicks or punches or collisions and stuff like that. So yeah. Many sports that I wish I had learned. Well, I can't. Well, I know that my high school would have been unable to do this, like in terms of the cost and labor involved. But it would have been really fantastic if we could learn scuba diving in our physical education classes. Diving into the sea and swimming alongside the beautiful little fish and watching the colorful coral reefs. That would have been fantastic. Yeah, I think that's about it. Now I'll teach you some of the vocabulary that I used today so that you can use it in your next test. Let's start with this one. All you have to do is push your opponent. 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 An opponent is someone you compete against in a sports game or match. Opponent. Winning or of the victory with my teammates, that would feel like $1 million. Feel like $1 million. Feel like $1 million. Feel like $1 million means it's great, it's awesome. You can also use this idiom when the subject word is a person, like I feel like $1 million, which means I have done something great, so I'm excited. Children are still physically developing, so they are particularly vulnerable to kicks. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. Vulnerable means weak, especially because of an external factor. For example, you can say, plastic is vulnerable to damage. Vulnerable. Now let's review my responses based on one of these 4 scoring components. Today let me focus on pronunciation. In terms of pronunciation, you need to use various phonological features to express nuanced meanings. What does this mean? Let's take a listen to this part of my answer. I would say, well, to be honest, I'm not super interested in sports in general. I'm not super interested in. I'm not super interested in. I emphasize super. I'm not super interested in. Why? Because I meant I am interested in sports. It's not that sports is boring to me, but I don't care about it too much. So it's a complex feeling going on inside of my head, and my pronunciation skillfully demonstrates that. If you can show a subtle pronunciation feature like this in your responses, you'll deserve a high score. Let's practice this intonation with an example sentence. I don't like spicy food very much, but I eat it from time to time. I don't like spicy food very much, but I eat it from time to time. From time to time means sometimes. I emphasized very because I do like spicy food, but I wouldn't consider myself a big fan of spicy food. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, let me wish you good luck on your test.